how to strengthen your muscles of perception so that you can live in accordance with the wisdom and guidance of your soul. Now, why is that important? It's important simply for this reason. There is unbelievable, mind-blowing, transformative information that our species is not living with in our day-to-day, moment-to-moment lives. The kind of information that, if we become aware of it, we can literally begin to bring great healing and transformation in the way that we live on this planet and the way that we interact with one another. And this information cannot be taught to us from the outside in, from other people. This is information that we can only come to terms with and learn and interpret and accept when we begin to really pay attention to it as it arises within us, right? Just like we live in a universe, at the same time, the universe or universes or a multiverse lives inside of us. And can you imagine the kind of information that acknowledging that there is a universe inside of you, what that would do to your normal day-to-day, moment-to-moment awareness, right? Can you imagine? It's just amazing. It's so amazing what could actually take place. And when we look at our human species and the way we live on this planet, it's very obvious that most of us are not living with that information. So how do we live with that? How do we begin to interpret these unseen, seemingly subtle sources of information that are streaming live through us at all times? I refer to it simply as strengthening the muscles of perception. And it's very easy to think about. I'm going to make an analogy to singing. I love singing. Singing is a really powerful, beautiful, potent way to get in touch with your own body and your own soul, if you want to call it that, because the more you develop it, the sound, the resonance, the vibration, everything that comes out of it really just does wonders for you, the person you believe yourself to be, and how you interact and inhabit your own body. So singing, okay, this is the analogy. Singing is like this. To really harness the power of your singing voice, it's, and I mean when I say harness it, not just like la da 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 da, whatever, that kind of singing, like singing in the shower. But if you want to sing so you can just feel it in your gut, in your heart, in your head, out of your body, around your body, you just want to sing like the universe is singing through you, that is a very different kind of singing than like a one-dimensional singing in the shower type of thing that a lot of people do. And this is what enables somebody to be able to harness more of that power and explore more of that power that is in their voice, is by working the subtle musculature inside of their mouth, their throat, their chest, their stomach. The more you develop these subtle muscles that are inside of your actual body, over time, you do this cumulatively, over time, step by step, you get a stronger and stronger voice that you can do more with, have more flexibility, more power, greater depth of expression. The same exact concept applies to our muscles of perception, where this unbelievable flow of information that is literally trying to communicate to us and through us at all times can be accessed. So we develop our muscles of perception in a way that seems subtle at first. And you may not even know that you're doing it, because our muscles of perception to perceive these greater spiritual truths that we call it, or this universal information, whatever you want to call it, the code, the frequency of the life force itself as it is animating our being, whatever you want to call that, this information is coming through us at all times. But if we're not focusing on it, and we're focusing on who we think we are, our ego, or what we think this world wants us to be or do, then we are not developing these muscles of perception. So when we begin to strengthen and develop these muscles of perception, maybe in the beginning we're not really sure what's happening, and we're not sure what kind of results we're getting, or how strong our muscles of perception are. But if you continue to develop your perceptive capacity to perceive more of what you feel could be around you, or what you have an intuition could be around you, you eventually begin to perceive it. Okay. And one of the most powerful things to develop this muscular perception is your intention to want to do so. Because in the beginning, you may not know how to actually strengthen your muscles like you would strengthening the muscles of your voice, of your body, so you can sing better. But having a really strong intention to connect to it, to understand it, to self-affirm, like, I may not know exactly what it is that I'm doing, but I know I'm doing something, and I know that I need to fully connect with whatever it is in me that is inhibiting my ability to more fully connect to this deep, powerful, transformative truth that I know I truly am. And if you live with that intention daily, hourly, at least daily, but just keep building up towards it and really, really exercising your right to choose the direction that your life will go, then slowly, step by step, just like building a powerful singing voice, you will begin to perceive subtle, seemingly subtle, they're not subtle at all, they're actually really, really powerful, but they're just subtle to you at your current level of perception, the way it is. But these will get stronger. Your ability to perceive it will get stronger. And when that begins to happen, this innate intelligence that is animating your physical being will guide you. It will give you the next steps that are most appropriate for you, the person that you are right now, and what steps you need to take that will be necessary for the further development of your soul's potential inside of your body. And to stress the importance of this is so important now more than ever, because our species is at a crux. We are literally at a time when we're at this tipping point. We are on the verge of a mass of great awakening, a critical mass of great awakening, or we could really destroy this place. I personally have faith in us. I believe, more than believe, there is no belief. I know in the core of my being that the human spirit is something so powerful and so beautiful, and has the ability to express a level of care, empathy, love, and compassion, and virtues that so far exceed most of the examples that the quote unquote leaders of our world have demonstrated throughout history. So developing these muscles of perception are so important for those who are open and receptive to it, because a few of us who are really committed to doing this, who are really disciplined and really just, no matter what it takes, we are going to break on through to the other side. We are going to push through the levels, through the inhibitions, through the blockages, whatever it is inside of us that prevents us from living as holistic, fully empowered beings, is our responsibility to overcome. And by becoming aware of this stuff, strengthening these muscles, we will overcome it. And then, like I said, like I started this off, the level of information that will come through you, that will guide you, that will teach you, is a level of information that no human being on this planet can teach you. None. There's no teacher that can teach you what your actual soul, what this miraculous, animating, creative principle that is giving you the ability to exist in this body will do for you. It will teach you everything, and it will guide you in a way that is specific to you. So I'm going to end this video, but I just wanted to encourage everybody to really, really pay attention to this, develop it. And again, if you just came in late and you didn't hear the whole thing, I made an analogy between developing your singing voice and developing your muscles of perception. And it's a good analogy. It's very important to understand, because these things can take time and they can seem like they're subtle at first, but they're not. To perceive these things, this information, is subtle at first. Once you begin to be more perceptively developed, the more apparent and the less subtle these things become, and the more real they become, and then you can actively work with them in your life in this world. And that's when true healing and true change can really become manifest in this world. Thank you guys. Love you, and hope to see you soon.